hello viewers. Good morning. Welcome to AF Television. Of course, the program is Focal Point. This is where we talk about so many issues that are trending in the political space and other sectors of the economy, where we discuss so many things that are happening in our states and, of course, in the country. Today, we have with us this morning the state chairman at the State Labour Party chairman. We're talking about Mr. Ceekay Igara. We're going to be talking with him about so many things that are happening in the state, and most especially the Abia State House of Assembly. My name is Faith Okanwa, and I'm the anchor of this program. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you for having me, and good morning, Abians and Nigerians.
All right, I've already introduced you, but let's start again with your name, introduction, and the other portfolios.
Okay. Like I said, I am Ceekay Igara. I am the chairman, Labour Party, Abia State. I am the chairman, IPAC, Interparty Advisory Council, Abia State. I am also the coordinating chairman, Council of Chairmen, Labour Party in Nigeria. Well, currently I'm also coordinating IPAC Southeast.
Okay. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your numerous offices.
Thank you.
All right, let's hit the ground running. Our focus this morning is on the 8th at the State House of Assembly. If you've been following the trend, you will see that we have so many controversies, so many issues that have arisen since the inception of that assembly. We're talking about the 8th House of Assembly. Let's just get an overview. What exactly is happening in the assembly?
Well, number one, I want to call it shock. We shocked the former incumbent government as the PDP.
Okay.
They are still nurturing, having a feel of what it means to be in the opposition. Okay. That's number one. Number two, they started by accusing His Excellency, our governor, Dr. Alex Oti, of not informing them of how and when he should do the declaration. They said, proposing on their own, forgetting that it is purely the prerogative of His Excellency to choose time of doing the proclamation. Because it is his prerogative, he decided to do it his own way. They also accused His Excellency of meeting with the members of the House. Can I ask you, is it wrong to meet with the members of the House of Assembly? It is part of their problems. So I told them that it is purely his decision to meet with whoever he chooses to meet. So based on that, I found out that because of that, they were trying to rely on certain things, including the former House rules. They wanted to apply in this current rule. And they said that before you elect officers of the House, it must be so and so, it must be so and so. But because they are new now, they need to make their own rules. And because they are making their own rules, they make their own rules. And those rules gave us a little edge because of our collaboration with YPP and APC.
Okay, are you saying that formally you have a coalition with the APC and YPP?
Yes, so, yes.
But they are still members of their parties, or they
are still members of their party. We can collaborate, Okay. It's just an understanding. We had an understanding.
Okay.
So we had an understanding that we are going to work together because we want a change in the system. And based on that change, we were able to elect a speaker who is from Labour Party. After all, it's simple majority. Simple majority. If you add 3 to 10 we had, it's 13. PDP has about 11 or so.
Yes,
so they have about 11 members. We have 13. Based on that, no matter how you do it, anytime there's an election in the House, we have majority. So because we have majority, that is what their greatest problem is. So they are thinking that because they had 11 members, that they are the majority. Meanwhile, from what I just told you now, assuming we had gone on air to announce that collaboration, it would have been whatever vote that get to YPP should come to Labour Party. So it wouldn't have made any difference.
But is that constitutional? You're talking of collaboration.
Yes.
Yes, you have collaboration, and you have about 12 members now. If you join the other YPP and APC, 12 or 13 members.
13.
But constitutionally, PDP still has the majority.
I don't understand what you mean. One, as far as I'm concerned, I have not gone through their rules.
Okay.
I've not gone through the what I call it, constitution of the house.
Yeah.
I'm talking about what plays out in politics. You can agree with somebody. Please give me your vote to get this thing done. It will be done. I know we do it in political parties, where two parties will agree. You give me your vote. Let's do this. And when we do this, I'm going to give you this. It's done. It's a political practice. So it is not new that we're going on before now. So you cannot come to Labour Party now and a change will come from nowhere. That is the issue.
So are you saying that the challenges that the House is facing currently concerning the majority leadership is not supposed to be a challenge at all?
Of course, it shouldn't be a challenge in the first place. Number one, if you're a majority leader, I am not in the House. It is the Speaker that will give us other details. I am speaking from the point of somebody who has followed and managed elections. Somebody who has managed elections. If you have managed elections, why is it? I don't know whether all of them attended. I don't know whether some, of course, I can assure you, if the former rules or the Electoral Act last time, majority of them would have been in Labour Party. I hope you know that. Some of them are in other parties, but their heart is in Labour Party. So, if that is the situation, who told you that majority are not here? Majority are here. They are just there because we know what really happened in terms of elections. We know what happened. If things have gone the way it should have gone, I'm telling you, Labour Party would have taken over everywhere. Here now it knows that people wanted Labour Party. So, in terms of majority, we have majority by virtue of what I just told you now. We have understanding with other members of the House, apart from the PDP. That gave us an edge. And what do you use to count simple majority? Is it not number?
Yes, it's number.
It's number. Now, during the season of electing these ones, do you understand? Electing these ones, we had majority. There was an understanding. And that understanding gives us majority. If not, we would have elected a speaker. We would have elected a deputy speaker. So that process of electing the speaker and the deputy speaker also applies to electing the majority leader and the deputy majority leader.
So how are we going to address this issue now? Of course, currently PDP is in court challenging the decision of the Labour Party to still maintain the majority leadership, whereas they have the higher members according to them.
I don't have the locals to talk about it because it's already in court.
Okay.
I don't have the locals to talk about it. But the only thing I assure, let's wait and see court pronouncement on that. Once there's a court pronouncement, we can key into it. If we agree with that court pronouncement, we can take it up, or we can appeal it until we get to Supreme Court to determine if what we did was the right thing or what they are saying is the right thing.
Okay, just a few days ago during plenary, the Speaker of the Abia Assembly, that was talking about Right Honorable Emmanuel Emerewa, announced the suspension of Honorable Solomon Awolowo of the PDP. What is the background of that suspension?
I want to thank you for this question because I've been hearing a lot of stories, a lot of issues. Mind you, they are seen as honorable members without appellation. Okay. Every member of the House should be honorable. Your character, your conduct should be honorable. I am aware that Awolowo has disrupted the program or the session of the House on 2-3 occasions. And he was called to order. It is not a house of commotion. Emerewa is a very genuine person, very kind and very humane person. There are situations, if you are called to order, you should behave yourself. They are all mature people. As mature people, they are not touts. You cannot come to the house and display that kind of rowdy situation for nothing. Just because things are not going the way you think the best thing to do is to disrupt the entire place. I think that was what called for that. to bring to the notice of everybody that that is not a house of commotion. It's a house that is controlled by credibility and integrity. So if you are not a man who has integrity, you don't have any business being in the house in the first place. So that's a kind of control measure to send warnings to whoever may even think to apply such strategies to disrupt what the house is doing. I think it's a welcome development.
Okay, so what would be your advice generally to the house members?
Generally, I want them to understand that they are seen as honorable members. As honorable members, if we voted them in there to go and represent us, to go and do things that will reflect good living and development for all those people you see on the street. They are not there to go and start fighting. They have been wasting a lot of time. I've not heard how many of them, the motions they have passed and all the things they have done. They should face the business they went there. Not this backbiting, not these rancorous sessions which they've been having. It will not help us. We don't want it. We want to develop Abia. And we elected them there to create laws, make laws that will help the executive to bring to pass the kind of development we are looking for. That is my advice to them. They should go there and face the business of the day. And that will help Abia to get to where we need to get to.
All right, let's just take a little digression to the executive. You just mentioned the executive. Dr. Alex Oti, the executive governor of Abia State, has been in office for about 2 months now. How would you assess him?
I think he's not doing badly. This is on a personal note.
Okay.
Why I say he's not doing badly is, before he came in, you and I knew that the state was almost in comatose. We recall this second interview I had with your team. I mentioned that Dr. Alex Oti is going to start excavation first. Excavation, to excavate the debris before he starts laying the foundation for the development he plans to introduce. If that is the truth, okay, let me tell you, let me shock you. The state working committee said we're going to give the governor 2 months without seeing him, without going there. Rather, we communicate him online. Reason, because of the enormity of the challenges we know he's facing, we decided to give him space so that let him clear all these debris first of all, so that will not be additional distraction, additional pressure to the project is already. So he's not doing badly as far as I'm concerned. He's not doing badly, and as far as the party is concerned, we are comfortable with all the things they've done, and we are also assured Abians to relax.
Okay, Alex Oti will do better.
He is
within 1 year he will perform.
It's not a matter. It's not a matter of question.
Okay.
Dr. Alex Oti will do well.
Okay.
He will do well. But let me tell you, change is always difficult for people to understand and comprehend. Change, because some people are still in shock of what happened. Some people have built a kind of sky, what do they call it? I don't know what to call it. They built a kind of impression that they will be in government in perpetuity. Do you understand? But this came to some people as a shock. And they're still thinking, what happened? So, and you know, us, some of our members didn't believe that this was a reality. So that's why you are seeing this adjustment here and there. And because these adjustments are coming up here and there. So we as a party, we decided to hold on to the party and tell the party men, calm down. The level of, what I call it, decadence in the system. You heard the other day, I heard that a lot of ghost workers are there. This morning, somebody told me that somewhere a young man was explaining to them that he is working with his father's name in Omaya. He is working with his either brother's name as somewhere. That his brothers who are all overseas are being enrolled in the local government service. Now, let me ask you, somebody who is in the overseas, maybe 5 or 6 of them, for one person. So what is the guarantee that you don't have almost half of the workforce, people who are outside Nigeria? What's the guarantee? So that is the reason why Dr. Alex is doing what he's doing. We want to be sure of the number of workforce we have in the local government system. We want to be sure of the number of people who are pensioners. We want to be sure of the number of people who need this gratuity. You cannot just pay gratuity to people who are not here, people who are not working, ghost workers. And you think the government that is here right now will follow whatever was going on before? We cannot do that. As a government, we have decided that we must read and then face the reality. Let's get who and who are members of our staff. Let's see those who are civil servants, those who are actual and real civil servants. Once that is established, I assure you, between now and December, most of the areas will clear.
All right, we've been speaking with the Abia State Labour Party chairman in the person of Mr. Ceekay Igara. And of course, it is always good to speak with you. He's a good orator. And thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
My name is Faith Okanwa, and this is how we call it a wrap up today's edition of Focal Point. Thank you for watching.